I We're back. Oof, this is already looking bad already, but whew, looks like we're starting over again, question mark. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say, but hey, there's my best girl Monica. Woo! Here we go, guys. Alota. Gotcha! I know this language. I gotcha. I see an annoying girl running toward me in the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I would feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Damn me, that's a sad life. Woo! I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. I want to save that. Doink! The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the walls, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with them, or to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Stated? Monica? Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. You know, she deserves to go out with me, you know? As a lonely dude, I need a girlfriend, bro. And she has no girlfriend yet, so... she can be my girlfriend, right? I cry every time. Basically, completely out of my league. Though, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What do you want to come here for anyway? Oh, I've been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Ahaha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I'd personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Whoa, what was that? that kinda made my... I don't know. I don't know. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? That's kind of embarrassing. But there are only three of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Ah man, why is my nose getting so stuffy? Lol. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. Well, it sorta is. Like, it's a cultural part of Japan. You know, you can learn. There's good plot and whatnot, depending on which manga you read, but forget about the sidetracking of me. Whew. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Staten. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Ah, what a coincidence. I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't be asking you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me feel really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? True that! How could I? She's best girl. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Satan. You know that? It's really nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Hey. Hey. When I'm important for once? Feels bad, bro. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Damn it! Ah, man. I timidly follow Monica across the school upstairs, the section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Girl 1? Oh yeah, right. My bad. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't mean me, Natsuki. But anyways, welcome to the club, Staten. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. Whoa! So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? Well, I guess you could say that, but it's kind of unofficial, you know? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Alright, before you guys start like saying shit, I'm just trying to maintain like me as in me in game as well. Like, come on, we gotta act clueless, right? Like, we all know we should be like fucking overreacting, like what the fuck is going on? But hey, let me be me and just you know, let this be like a normal thing. Well, it's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Staten in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't this great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Staten? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. Hey, we finally get we finally get to sit next to Monica, man. Gosh darn, Sayori, why were you in the way, man? I mean, what? So, I know you didn't really plan to come here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to find a new club. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like this festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Satan, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Well, let's see. Horror's the best thing, man! Ironically. Or unironically, I don't know. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces at the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. To me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throw you for a loop? Is this relating back to the game? Oh shit. Yo, I feel like, Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, Horror, you say? Horror? Ah, I read a horror book once. Excuse me. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Ah, I expect that from you, Yuri. Oh, wait, what? Wait, didn't she say she didn't? I thought that was unexpected. Wait, what? Is this game bullshitting with me, or am I bullshitting myself? It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? What's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind that. You left that piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called. Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide on taking the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture in the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Staten? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind for the entire time. On my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Staten. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in the situation. And besides, the club itself seems already pretty relaxed. The writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oof, me? You desperate me? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Staten? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. You would always be pissed. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Satan, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. Do I get a hug from you now? Yes? Yes? Hello? I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Nathan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the teapot. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, my beloved Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Woo! Here we go. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Okay. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. What? Programming? What? What kind of world is this? Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. What kind of poem is this? The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. So is it better to be dead? Is it better to be dead when things get shitty? Is this what it's implying? When the going gets tough, kill yourself? Instead of when the going gets tough, the tough gets going? Excuse you? Okay. Alright. Let's go with the melody. Essence. Vitality. Marriage. Passion. Embrace. Fickle. Heartbeat. Intellectual. Afterimage. Man, such poems. Contamination. Ambient. Unending. Eternity. Unstable. Uncontrollable. Unrequited. Incongruent. Oh, melancholy. Lol. I was looking for some other inner un, like not. Man. Whirlwind. Okay. Hi again, Staten. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ahaha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. The fuck was that? Thanks for keeping your promise, Staten. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even accustomed to it. Whoa, this is getting spoopy. Oof. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then we won't see the end of it. Then you won't see the end of it. Hello, can I read that? Natsuki certainly have a big mouth if somebody keeps a manga collection in the club room. Me? Okay, that was the weirdest. Wait. During the time I talked, did the key of the music shift? Or was it just my imagination? Okay, yeah, whatever, let's just keep going. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Staten. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Damn! Woohoo! Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no to that, to either. I can't say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. Ugh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Then forget I said anything. Shit, I cannot read. Then forget I said anything, I guess. Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started or something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book and thought you might enjoy. I thought that I might enjoy. That you might, fuck, god damn it. I'm gonna just reread it. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted. This is... Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the music there? That was weird. That I don't know. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Wait, so it wasn't my imagination that the that the table was that everything, that the background was rotated and like everything was zoomed in. Shit. Cause I swear that I didn't remember the background being twisted, as in like being Yo, yo, nah, fam, nah. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Beauty's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. Yabai! Lol. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I'm out of this. That thing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a harder time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even more worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Hey, nothing wrong with that. I go for the graphic stuff all the time. Lol. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Stanton? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hella enjoy it, so hella don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reluctant, reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Does it now? Does it? When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil. Whoa! Whoa, okay. That got my attention. When people but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize for that random mishap that you just had there. Woo! I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets what? I didn't get to read that, damn it! I'll read it back later. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry I end up saying something that's strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading. I might as well get started reading it, right? What was that? What was that? Ooh, it caught me off guard there. That seriously caught me off guard. Woof. You guys saw that, right? Yo. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... Ahaha, what am I saying? What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book from that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slid into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little shit. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the— what the fuck? Yo, calm down. Alright, that means I might have to like go with my normal voice if that pops up again and just quickly read it. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ahaha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Okay, GG game. Okay, so what happened was I was expecting something to happen, but I guess not. Anything could happen, right? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way. I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? I turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page always feels like an intimate exchange. Well, you see, that is an intimate exchange, so good for me. As I'm gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all of that. Did she make that face before? I just realized. Did she make that face before? Like, did I not pay attention to what faces she made? Huh. Oh well. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. I don't know why that came into my head. Ahaha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Dayton? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was just acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Ah, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing with our poems with each other. Eh? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while. I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Ah, so Yuri isn't here yet. Okay, let's get the tsundere out of here first. Yeah, by now it's like the usual, guys. Like, even though it's not the usual for me, but it's the usual for me, so, you know. I told Yuri I was interested in her poems list yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine with her first. Dathan, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? Are you expecting me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not good, but yeah, I did put in effort. we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote. Excuse me. My bad. If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Ooh, we're getting sassy. Yo. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I gotta share mine now. Let's see how different it is. Let's see how fucked up it can get. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. When it's not stupid? Or when it's not all fucked up and shit? Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Same as always. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style... Oh shit. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Why was I stuttering there? Or, I don't know. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't you? Sound like didn't you? Did you? Yeah, I guess. I decided to humor her with last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And with that, we will cut it here, because I was expecting to read Monica, or not Monica, Yuri, but looks like she's not back yet. So yeah, I guess we'll cut it here. So in the next episode, I'm sorry for this being a long episode. So in the next one, we will read Monica's poem and see how it goes. Monica's still best girl, by the way. I hear you people saying Monica is terrible. Yeah. But yeah, ciao.